Twitter suspended Jordan Peterson for this tweet. He's posted a video about how outrageous it is, but it's not really outrageous. I mean, I don't personally find this tweet offensive, and I don't think it should be censored, but I don't find it outrageous that it has been. He's becoming a kind of caricature of himself. It's sad and disappointing because broadly I share his concerns. The politics around trans identity have become like grey goo. And it's disturbing to see the extent to which bullying and harassment, like policing, are being used to justify what seems to be fairly political censorship. But this tweet here, this is a borderline free speech case. It's obtuse of him to pretend it's not. It's a tweet perfectly crafted to offend millions of people. To see him on his video crying martyr about it in his perfect suit, with his perfect lighting, with his perfect righteous absolute attitude, I don't know. I'm kind of done with him politically. I share his concerns. I want to have the conversation that he wants to have. But this man is no ally of mine. He doesn't speak for my concerns in a way that I find responsible. Because I simply don't understand what good he hopes to achieve with this kind of intensely politically aggressive communication. Who does he reach that doesn't already understand or agree with him? All this tweet seems good for is brand making or war making. I'm genuinely asking myself at this point, why would a psychologist who loves logos use an approach that's so guaranteed to eliminate any possibility of genuine dialogue? I mean, I can only presume that he thinks his enemy is so wrong and that he's so right and that they're beyond reason and that it's at the stage where he just has to come out swinging, so to speak. And it doesn't matter if he's a propaganda tool for the enemy. He just needs to do as much good for his side as he can. This is the only way I can sort of conceptualize that he justifies what he's doing. Because he's a psychologist, right? He's no fool. He understands communication and context. But he's effectively caught in the same mutual projection death spiral that the entire political left and right seem to be in everywhere. He's reflecting and reproducing the same dangerously broad and hyperbolic rhetorical strategy that he's attacking. Even in his writing and podcasts, where there's more nuance and facts and stuff, his framing rarely transcends this kind of hyperreactive, emotive sentiment. And framing determines how content is received. It's a huge part of how we recognize intent. So all of this, very sadly, goes to make me suspect that whatever his stated values, the part of him that is speaking through this culture war, it's more interested in war than it is in understanding. He does great work outside of politics, but in this arena, he seems to be possessed by a negative vision of his own mythology. He can't see the dragons on his own side, first of all. He can't see the dragons that inspire the dragons he's fighting. And it's not only this. it seems even more critically that he has forgotten, despite his own preaching, that might and force of will alone are insufficient to defeat any dragon. Like, if you could defeat a dragon just with might, it wouldn't be a dragon. It is compassion and patience and wit and subtlety that provide the window for might to do its brief and glorious work in such battles, such wars, such long-term conflict. And it is very much a window. Like, might and will are vitally, vitally important. But their moment to shine is brief. Most of the time in such wars, any war, any great battle, any great enterprise and struggle, right? We need excellence and we need might and we need force of will. But we actually only need those at brief moments. It's actually from minute to minute, from moment to moment, from hour to hour. It's less flashy virtues and less flashy faculties that do the work here. I'm waffling a bit, and I'll just shut up now. But let me say, Bilbo in The Hobbit would have been burned to a crisp by Smaug if he'd rushed headlong into battle like Jordan does here in the Culture War.